Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Paper Crafting Saturday. I'm Leslie Watkins. So today is the first day of my Sale-A-Bration burst. And what I mean by that is that for 5 days, with the exception of tomorrow, which is Sunday, I'm going to be doing 5 different projects using something that you can select from the Sale-A-Bration catalog. So if you don't have one of these, you can find this online, and at the end of the video today I will be developing the information in the description below, and there will be a link that will bring you to my online store where you'll be able to find these things. So the way it works is that for every $50 or $100 that you spend on paper crafting products, you may select an item for free from this brochure. And you'll see on the pages that it'll say free with a $50 order. So here's some glimmer paper. Here is some Penguin Designer Series paper that coordinates with one of the stamp sets and the punches that's in the annual catalog. Here is the Feels Like Home stamp set that I painted for you last Wednesday, and you can go back and see that video. I'll be using it again in this burst. And there's a lot of other things in here. There's Christmas paper. Here is a stamp set with coordinating dies. And actually this is the one that we're going to be using today. So this is called Counting Sheep. And you can get this stamp set for a $50 purchase. You can select this for free. Or you can select the dies for a $50 with a $50 purchase for free. Or if you spend $100, you could get both of them. And then there are a number of other things in here that I'll be going into later on in next week. So my original idea when I saw this stamp set was to do a 3D pop-up or pop-out card. And but then I went around and I saw that there were a lot of Z-fold cards using this stamp set and a lot of other really cute pop-up cards. And I thought, well, let me do something a little bit different. So I decided that I was going to make a little three-dimensional board game, and using both the stamps and these dies. And these dies are pretty nice. You've got one to match each of the sheep characters. You've got the sun, some clouds, a balloon, and a flag, and a little party hat. I'm actually going to be using all of the dies in this die set, and I'm especially interested in this little fence die. So as I started preparing for the video today, I got more and more inspired and had more and more ideas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a sneak preview of what I have started to create this 3D board game project, but I'm not going to be able to finish it today. And I realized that a lot of you would probably be very interested in getting the tutorial for this project and the materials list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a class, and you can go to my website at dandelioncottagedesign.com and subscribe to notes, and you will get on my mailing list, and I will be able to send you information about this class that I'm going to have to create this 3D board game. So let me show you, let me give you the little bit of a sneak preview of what I have. And you can see I've been busy. So I have a number of these little fences all cut out, ready to go. I have my sheep. These are the game pieces, and they're going to be able to go around the board. Okay, and then I have a little note card here. This is just a 3x3 note card that I've made that will go with the gift of the game should you decide to give it to some young friend. And then I've got a number of other pieces cut out and ready to go. So here's the little sun that comes with the stamp set and the die set, and I've got the flag, party hats. Okay, so I think you get the idea. There's a lot that you can do with these different elements that come with the set. So to get started for today, what I'm going to demonstrate is how you can color in these little sheep characters. So I'm just going to grab a couple here. And I'll move this out of the way. Carefully so I don't spill it all over the place. All right, so here are my characters. And I have some inks here. So let's see, I've got the crumb cake. I've got early espresso. And I also have some stamping blends. So here are the crumb cake light and dark. And I also have the blending or color lifter. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using that today. And I have a couple of the, let me zoom you out so you can see all this stuff. I have a couple of the blending brushes ready to go. And I'm going to get out a piece of scrap paper. Just checking my settings here, making sure that the video is broadcasting, and that looks fine. There we go. Oh, and hello, Kelly. Hello, Vicki. Hello, Rita. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you here. Where are you coming from, Rita? I always like to know where everybody's from. So all I'm going to do is I'm taking my ink pad and I'm just rubbing my blending brush gently on the surface, and I'm just going to go around the edges. Oh, and I should tell you that these little sheep were cut out of very vanilla, thick cardstock, and I cut each one of them out twice so that I could glue them together and laminate them into a much sturdier little character. So there's one. I'm not finished with that yet. And this is the early espresso ink. So this is the darker, richer brown. And I thought it would be fun to have a black sheep, because you can't have a flock of sheep without having a black sheep in the flock, right? So there's our our black sheep. And I'm just going to go inside there, give that a little more of a tonality. All right. And these blending brushes are very flexible. So you see, when you apply pressure to them, the neck kind of blends. So it really helps you to get this really beautiful, soft effect on your project. All right, now I'll bring you in a little bit closer. So here are my little sheep, and I'm just going to take my Stamp and Blend. This is the crumb cake, and I'm just going to go on his face. Like getting my head in the camera. Sorry if my head's getting in the camera there. His ear and his hoofs or hooves. And there he is, very cute. So because I'm still thinking about this class that I'm going to be offering with this set, I'm still working on the details, so I may change it a little bit, but what I'm thinking is that the class will be free with a $100 order. Okay, so if you place a $100 order, and I will provide a suggested materials list of things that you'd want to have on hand to be able to complete this project. You will then be eligible to select the dies and the stamps so that you'd have everything that you need to create the board game. So I'm getting kind of excited about this. And I will give it a little more thought, and I will be sending out the information in an email about how you can register and what you'll need for the class. So again, please subscribe to Notes so that you can stay up to date on how this develops. Let's see, I want to get the crumb cake light. So that is this one. I'm just doing a little bit of blending on his belly. I actually grew up on a sheep farm when I was a little girl. My father had sheep, and in the springtime, every so often we would have a orphaned lamb, and the lambs would end up on our back porch outside the kitchen door, and we would have to bottle feed those little babies, and of course they would get very imprinted on us, and they would follow us wherever we went, just like Mary's little lamb. They were so darn cute. Even if we got into the car and drove down the road, the little lambs would be running along after us as we went along. So I don't have a lot to share with you today other than this idea, but all I can do is ask you to stay tuned. I think this is going to develop into something really cute. And later today, I will be posting a picture of the finished board game so that you can get a sneak peek of it, and also a link so that you can go ahead and um, learn a little more about the offer. So that's all I've got for you right now. I'll be back on Monday for day 4, or I should say day 2. I guess we're counting back the other way. So today's day 1 of the Sale-A-Bration burst. Monday will be day 2, and then each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll have another project for you using a different stamp set from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So I'll see you back here Monday at 12 noon. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay well, stay happy, and stay creative, and especially stay tuned because I've got some surprises coming right up for you.